Go to your refrigerator right now, pull out your jar of mayo, scoop a spoonful onto a plate and watch what happens in the next 20 seconds. It spreads flat. It puddles. It does not hold its shape. Real mayonnaise holds a firm mound because it is built from genuine egg emulsion, the kind Richard Hellmann made by hand in his New York City deli in 1905. What Unilever sells in that jar today is a different product wearing the same label. And the plate test just proved it to you. Richard Hellmann was a German immigrant who opened a delicatessen at 490 Columbus Avenue on the Upper West Side of Manhattan in 1905. He sold his wife's homemade mayonnaise from a deli counter, spooned into small wooden boats. Customers loved it so much he started jarring it. By the 1970s, it was in more American kitchens than any other condiment. The blue and cream label became as familiar as the refrigerator it lived in. That story is real. What came next is the part they leave off the label. In 2000, Unilever, a British-Dutch multinational that also owns Dove soap, Axe body spray, and Ben & Jerry's, acquired Hellmann's for $2.3 billion. When a corporation that size acquires a beloved food brand, there is one agenda: find every place a real ingredient can be replaced with a cheaper alternative without triggering enough complaints to threaten market share. The formula does not change overnight. It changes in small, quiet increments over years. A cheaper oil blend 1/4, a synthetic stabilizer 6 months later that extends shelf life. Each change justified internally as a quality improvement, while the customers who funded the acquisition remain unaware. Today, Hellmann's Real Mayonnaise lists soybean oil as its primary fat, one of the most heavily processed, industrially refined oils in the American food supply. It contains calcium disodium EDTA, a synthetic chemical that prevents cheap oil from going rancid on the shelf. Without it, the soybean oil would develop off flavors within weeks, and it contains natural flavors, the FDA's catch-all category covering over 3,000 laboratory-created compounds designed to mask the flat taste that cheap ingredients produce. The jar still says Real Mayonnaise in the same fonts that built the brand's trust over generations. By FDA definition, it technically qualifies. But real and authentic are two different standards. Since 2022, complaint forums have filled with identical language. Rancid aftertaste, thinner consistency, doesn't taste like the Hellmann's I grew up with. They are not imagining it. In March 2026, Unilever sold Hellmann's to McCormick, the spice company, for $4.5 billion. The brand that Richard Hellmann built from a deli counter in 1905 has now been bought and sold twice in 26 years. Neither buyer made it better. The plate test. Scoop Hellmann's onto a flat plate. Real mayonnaise holds a firm mound for at least 60 seconds because genuine egg emulsion creates structural stability. Modern Hellmann's spreads flat within 20 seconds. The emulsion built from soybean oil and synthetic stabilizers cannot hold what real eggs used to hold naturally. Your plate just showed you what the label will not. The word real on the front of a Kraft jar is not describing ingredient quality. It is not making a claim about process or freshness. It is identifying a legal classification. By FDA standards, this product technically qualifies as real mayonnaise, meaning it contains eggs, oil, and vinegar in the required proportions. Kraft put that word on the label knowing 95% of shoppers would read it as a quality promise rather than a bureaucratic designation. Turn the jar around. Soybean oil is first, water is second, eggs appear third, which under FDA labeling law means eggs are present in lower quantity by weight than ether oil or water. Kraft is using the absolute legal minimum egg content required to call this mayonnaise, not one egg more than federal law demands. What fills the gap between the rich emulsion that real eggs create and the thin product that minimum eggs produce? Modified food starch, a laboratory thickener that mimics egg-rich texture without the cost, nutrition, or flavor of actual eggs. Here is where it affects your cooking directly. Modified food starch is engineered to perform in controlled manufacturing environments. It is not designed to handle the temperature stress of an actual kitchen. When you make potato salad with Kraft Mayo, and that bowl sits outside on a July afternoon, 85 degrees, the family hasn't arrived yet, maybe 2 hours in the sun, the modified food starch begins breaking down. The fake thickness disappears. The emulsion separates. Your potato salad turns watery and curdled, and you bring it to the table apologizing for it. Home cooks see that result and blame themselves. They blame their technique. The potatoes were too hot. They didn't drain them well enough. They try again the following summer with the same product and get the same result. Some of them decide they are simply not good at making potato salad and stop trying. The problem was never their cooking. Modified food starch cannot hold an emulsion under thermal stress the way actual eggs can. Real mayonnaise made with proper egg content stays together in the heat, because eggs create genuine emulsification that remains stable across normal temperature ranges. You were not bad at potato salad. Kraft sold you paste and called it Mayo. This one will hurt if you are from the South. Eugenia Duke was not a corporation. She was a woman in Greenville, South Carolina, who started making her mayonnaise in 1917 to sell sandwiches to soldiers at Camp Sevier, young men preparing to ship out to the First World War. They loved it so much, she turned it into a business. No sugar, no compromise was not a marketing tagline. It was a personal philosophy about what honest food should be. Duke's built something rare in the condiment aisle, a regional religion. Southerners did not just prefer Duke's. They defended it in grocery store conversations. They brought it to potlucks. They specified it in recipes. The mason jar aesthetic, the no-sugar promise, the origin story. All of it was real because the family that owned it treated it as real. C.F. Sauer Company, the Richmond-based family business that owned Duke's, sold the brand to Falfurrias Capital Partners, a private equity firm, in 2017. Private equity firms do not acquire beloved regional brands because they love mayonnaise or respect Southern culinary tradition. They acquire them because their analysts identify loyal customer bases with strong emotional attachment to brand names, and they identify places to reduce ingredient costs without immediately losing those emotionally loyal customers. In plain language, they see people who buy on trust rather than label analysis, and they see margin. Within 18 months of the acquisition, Duke's primary fat shifted to soybean oil, the same commodity oil used by Hellmann's, Kraft, and every other mass-market brand Duke's spent decades positioning itself against. It now contains potassium sorbate, a synthetic preservative. The egg-yolk ratio was quietly reduced. The texture thinned, the flavor flattened, the no-sugar claim stayed, because it is still true and because it is the core marketing differentiation that keeps loyal customers from looking more closely at everything else that changed. That single honest claim is now providing cover for every substitution that systematically undermined what Duke's was supposed to represent. They kept the mason jar. They kept Eugenia's story. They replaced the supply chain. For Southerners who defended Duke's in grocery store aisles for 40 years, who insisted it was different, who brought it to family reunions, who used it as proof that some brands still had integrity, this is not just a food story, it is a trust story. And the private equity firm that bought it understood exactly how much that trust was worth on a balance sheet. Miracle Whip cannot legally call itself mayonnaise. This is not a technicality, it is a confession. The FDA requires mayonnaise to contain a minimum of 65% oil by weight. Miracle Whip falls significantly below that threshold, which is why the label says dressing. Kraft knows this. They position it in the mayonnaise section. They market it as a direct substitute. They place it physically adjacent to real mayonnaise on every retail shelf in America. And they have spent 90 years training an entire generation of American households to use it as mayonnaise without ever explaining what it actually is. When you reduce oil below the legal threshold for mayonnaise, you have to fill that volume with something. In Miracle Whip, the something is water and high fructose corn syrup, approximately 2 grams of added sugar per tablespoon, 0 in real mayonnaise. Consider one weekend in a household that uses Miracle Whip as a mayonnaise substitute. Saturday potato salad, 4 tablespoons, 8 grams of added sugar. Sunday coleslaw, 3 tablespoons, 6 more grams. Monday leftover sandwiches, 2 tablespoons at lunch and dinner, 8 more grams. By Tuesday morning, that family has consumed 22 grams of added sugar they never counted because they believed they were using mayonnaise. The American Heart Association recommends women consume no more than 24 grams of added sugar per day total. Miracle Whip across one holiday weekend nearly hits that entire daily limit. From a condiment people think contains no sugar, eggs appear 6th on the Miracle Whip ingredient list. Behind water, soybean oil, high fructose corn syrup, vinegar, and modified cornstarch. Kraft has spent 9 decades teaching Americans to accept sweetened paste as a mayonnaise substitute. The jar is still in the Mayo section. The price is the same. The product is not. Great value mayonnaise from Walmart is the honest answer to the question, what is the absolute minimum product that can legally be sold as mayonnaise under current FDA standards? The soybean oil is the lowest grade available in bulk commodity markets, processed at the highest temperatures, refined with the harshest chemical solvents for maximum cost efficiency. The egg content is calibrated to the precise legal minimum, not 1 egg more than federal law demands. Cellulose gum, fiber derived from wood pulp, replaces the natural creaminess that real eggs and oil create together. The preservative load is significantly heavier than mid-tier brands because low-quality ingredients oxidize and degrade faster. More chemistry is required to keep the product stable long enough to reach the shelf. Do the plate test. Great Value will not hold its shape for 10 seconds. At 11 cents per ounce versus 18 to 28 cents for honest brands, the difference across an entire summer is approximately $8 to $12. That is the price of one fast casual lunch. That is what you are saving. That is what it costs to eat wood pulp and minimum legal eggs on your sandwich all summer. Real mayonnaise was invented as a recipe. Every household had a version. 4 ingredients: eggs, oil, acid, salt, and a willingness to emulsify them properly. The industrial food system spent 60 years convincing Americans that manufactured consistency was better than homemade quality. And for a while it earned that trust. Then the corporations bought the brands and started cutting 1 ingredient at a time, and not overnight. Subscribe, because here are 5 real mayos you'd be happy to use for your potato salad. Mark Sisson founded Primal Kitchen in 2015 with one question: what would mayonnaise look like if someone chose the best possible oil instead of the cheapest? The answer is avocado oil mayo, cold-pressed, minimally processed. Built on the same monounsaturated fats doctors recommend for cardiovascular health. 6 ingredients: avocado oil, organic eggs, organic egg yolks, organic vinegar, sea salt, rosemary extract for natural preservation, no synthetic chemicals, no modified starches, no EDTA. The plate test: Primal Kitchen holds a firm mound for well over 60 seconds. Real egg emulsion built on quality oil. That is what the structural stability looks like when the ingredients are honest. For potato salad sitting outside in July heat, this does not separate. It does not weep. It does not make you apologize at the table. Because the emulsion is built from actual eggs and it holds under the temperature stress that modified food starch cannot. At roughly 28 cents per ounce, you are not paying for a premium version of the same product. You are paying for a different product entirely. Two college students launched Sir Kensington's in 2010 on a premise that should not have been radical: a mass-market condiment made from genuinely good ingredients. Sunflower oil, expeller pressed. Mechanically extracted without hexane solvents, free-range eggs, distilled vinegar, lemon juice. The sunflower oil creates a lighter, more neutral profile than avocado oil, which makes it particularly good for potato salad, where you want the mayo to lift the other flavors rather than compete with them. The texture holds under heat because the emulsion is real. That is the entire difference. Chosen Foods occupies the gap between premium quality and realistic pricing. 100% pure avocado oil, not a blend with soybean oil, which some brands use to put avocado on the label while keeping costs down. 5 ingredients: cage-free eggs, non-GMO certified, clean neutral flavor, does not separate on your table. At around 24 cents per ounce, the gap between Chosen Foods and industrial brands is less than $1 per jar. That dollar buys you real eggs instead of minimum content eggs and quality oil instead of commodity soybean oil. Kewpie has been Japan's most popular mayonnaise since 1925, and professional chefs have used it quietly for decades in applications where American mayo fails. It is also built to Eat's choice of mayo. The distinction? Kewpie uses only egg yolks, not whole eggs. The white of an egg adds volume, but contributes almost nothing to emulsification or flavor. The yolk contains the lecithin that creates stable emulsion, and the fat-soluble compounds that give mayonnaise its richness. Using whole eggs, as every American brand does, dilutes both structure and taste. Kewpie also uses rice vinegar rather than distilled white vinegar, producing a gentler, more rounded acidity. The formula has been unchanged since 1925. No reformulations, no supplier rotations, no cost-cutting measures. What worked in 1925 still works because quality does not require constant optimization. Available at most major chains at around 23 cents per ounce. This is mayonnaise that other mayonnaises aspire to be. 1 egg yolk, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 cup of avocado oil, salt, a whisk or an immersion blender, 8 minutes, that is real mayonnaise. It lasts a week in the refrigerator because it is real food, and real food expires. It holds its shape on a plate for as long as you want to leave it there because the emulsion is built from genuine egg yolk lecithin and nothing else. It will not separate in your potato salad because the eggs doing the work are actually there in the proportions that eggs were meant to be there. Hellmann's in 1905 was this: a recipe. Made by hand, sold to people who came back for it because it was good. What Unilever sold to McCormick in March 2026 for $4.5 billion is a soybean oil product preserved with synthetic chemistry that would not hold its shape on a plate for 20 seconds. Richard Hellmann had no idea what was coming. You do now. Comment B2E if you made it to the end. Subscribe to support us and check out our store and grocery cheat sheet so you always know what to buy at the store. Thanks for watching.